Apologies, I've got some mad typos. These were actually what I was doing while it was actually while we was mid talking on our live stream, people. So yeah, let's get into my notes, people. Let me share this with you lot. So yeah, during the game, scroll down. So the first half, I thought the first 5 to 10 minutes in that game was a bit scrappy. It was a bit cagey, you know. First and second balls, it was whoever won them. I did think in both in the first 5 to 10 minutes of both halves, you know, West Brom definitely almost scored in the second half, and I think they started a bit more positive than I expected them to play in the first 5 to 10 minutes, 5 in particular, maybe because, you know, Sam Allardyce wanted a reaction. He needed to galvanize the troops. They got smacked up against Leeds. You know, we already spoke about how Arsenal are not liked by Big Sam. They were galvanized and they were soldiers in the trenches. And I think you saw that. I think the game settled after about 10 minutes, and we then had a spell on the ball, and like I could say, I was a bit positive today. I could see movement, I could see people showing for the ball, I could see confidence on the ball. I did think there was a couple of occasions our radars were wrong in terms of trying to play 1-2s, but very early on you could see Tierney was going to have something to say in this game. Bellerin, I think there was a reaction there. I think Aubameyang was more involved on that left-hand side. Lacazette was quality. Forget Lacazette's goals, you know, he was dropping deep, he was linking up, he was winning smart fouls. I think Ceballos had a better game, and statistically he's up there for interceptions. Holding and Marie weren't troubled, but they had a little bit to do and they did it well. You know, I think we did all right, and I think you could see, like I said, we started fairly positive. We had a spell on the ball. I don't know why it says in what that says, but I think we needed to up the intensity a bit if we were looking to score. You could see it was snowing and the match almost didn't go ahead. And obviously, those of you that play football can put logic together. If it's snowing, the ball isn't going to zip around. So that was where I was looking at it, people. Very early on, you could see, like I said, there was a lot of space. I think Tierney and Bellerin were given too much space. I think there was too much space initially for both teams in the midfield on the transition, but mainly for us. And you're thinking, yeah, there's spaces for wingers. You know, you saw Saka wanted the ball at every occasion. Bellerin going forward, there was going to be something. It was lovely to see us go ahead, people. You know, Holden knocked the ball out to Kieran Tierney. You know, he passed Furlong with ease, sent him shop, and he smashed it with his right peg, people. And you know, it was a fantastic goal. Tierney isn't going to score too many, and he is a consistent performer, and he deserved that. And I see a lot of you in the chat talking about captain and things like that. You can't deny he has a shout for that. Going 1-0 up is great, but it's only 1-0, people. And as an Arsenal fan, I know we've improved defensively of late, but you're never confident at 1-0. And for me, I want to build upon that because we went 1-0 ahead. It was all us. We was all on top of them. We was having possession. But remember when West Brom played Liverpool? That was Liverpool. Liverpool scored a fantastic goal with Mane. Didn't take their other chances. West Bromwich Albion had a half chance and they pull it in. I actually thought that was going to happen when who took a shot? Someone had a tame effort into Leno, which was one of their only efforts, people. So like I was saying, can we build? Can we put this game to bed? We saw them get smacked up 5 weeks before. Can we do the same? Can we shut this up? The sooner we do this, the better, people, so that we can focus on other things. Obviously, by the 20th minute period, it was evidently us. And you know what? It's the 20th minute spell when we got our 2 goals. Lovely goal from Saka. You know, Bellerin's involved. You know, Lacazette. Shout out to Bellerin and Lacazette for the involvement. But it's all about Smith Rowe and Saka. That goal there comes straight from the Hale End Academy, and it's put a couple more zeros on both of these lots' valuations. And you know, Smith Rowe surely has to be in a shout soon with a new contract. It's another game from Smith Rowe and another encouraging performance. It's all about Smith Rowe. That goal for me, fantastic goal, probably the pick of the goals for me personally. It's 2-0, but for me, I'm looking at 2-0 now, folks, and I'm like, cool, it's 2-0. It's better than being 1-0. We've got 2 goals. We're actually shooting. We're actually trying to smell. If we were sharks, we're trying to smell the blood of the opposition and finish this. But at the same time, you're thinking to yourself, 2-0 is a dangerous lead. We have a decision to make. And I said this in my live stream. I was saying we need to be a bit mature. Let's not go actively searching for that 3rd goal. Let's wait for it to come to us, because at some point, Sam Allardyce is going to have to say, his team are going to be desperate because they're going to want to score. But at some point at 2-0, Sam Allardyce has got to say, do you know what? I'd rather lose 3-1 than 2-0. And I think you saw that at half-time, people, with, well, the second half when he made the change for Callum Robertson, and he went more to the left. I think they went 2 up front, but he peeled more to the left and let Charlie Austin stay. And actually, I'd say that was harming them because Callum Robson was buzzing around too much. I think that's why he made that change. Callum actually played better in the second half, in my humble opinion. So make of that what you will. But like I said, I can't complain, people. I just feel, 2-0. We've given, ignore that, people. That's so I can clip up something from my live stream. But like I said, at 2-0, it's a good platform. It's a dangerous one, At 2-1, you never know what could happen. And Arsenal, can we really just shut out Leeds? I know we've got the most clean sheets away from home in the Premier League, but you don't really back us, people. Like I said, we're playing lovely football. We made a strong start. I was really impressed with the passage in which it led to the 2 goals in the 20 minutes period. Like I said, we started well. We grabbed the goal. 2 things we can't often say with our club. It's all about managing the game. Like I said, 2-0 is a dangerous lead, I think we need to be a bit aware, being 2-0 up. The ball isn't moving with that zip as the snow is coming down. And you could see, under-hit pass and problems developing because of that. I'm happy because everybody's looking good, from the goalie to the striker, when everything's being asked. Not some people are having to be busy more than others, of course, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think the ref is making a mare. There was one time Xhaka is absolutely clattered. I didn't understand why. I could be wrong, but it looked like Ceballos made one thunderous tackle and won the ball completely. They said he fouled. I'm not going to lie, throughout the game, for the goals, for some of the way they're losing the ball, you can evidently see West Bromwich Albion are a championship level side and they're making championship level mistakes. Like I said, I was impressed with the passage in which our goals came, people. I think our fullbacks in particular deserve a lot of praise, not more so than any others, but I think they set it. And I think 3 players that as names have been, in the headlines for concerning reasons, I think they're all looking all right as well. Like Aubameyang's involved in 2 of the 4 goals today. Should have scored it immediately, but it is what it is. Like I'm happy as well because 9 times out of 10, possession and goals are not necessarily a direct correlation for Arsenal. But, we made our possession count with goals. And there's a correlation in that. We had a lot of efforts. We had 11 shots in the first half. I think we're creating a lot of 2v1s in wide areas for West Brom. And there's a lot of gaps, evidently. Again, second half is a big statement. What is said at halftime is a big statement, and we had to scare people. Literally, it's a lovely ball out to Pereira. I think he's offside, and there was that. It looked like that ball into that channel holding side was on, people. Was on, and we got saved by the bell by an offside flag. But 2 chances were presented as a result of the long balls into that channel, and for me, I was getting a bit scared because I thought within the first 5 minutes of the second half, they're going to make it 2-1 and it's going to be a bit gazy. Fortunately, 60th minute mark again, around the 20th minute mark, 40 minutes later, we scored 2 quick fire goals. Lacazette deserves his goal. Lacazette eventually pull it in and he deserves his goal. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's the one where Saka's involved. Saka's put the ball into the box. I think Smith Rowe's had an effort. It's hit a man. I think Ajayi's tried to clear it and it's hit the post. It's just a madness in it. But Lacazette's eventually pull it in the back of the net. He deserves his goal. He's found form of late in the goal scoring front. Away from his goals, he seems to have his confidence back and playing all right. And I think Lacazette deserved his goal. I think Lacazette played well without the goals, really and truly. It's just nice that obviously with a couple of goals on your belt, no one can water down your thing and say you never scored and you didn't do this and you didn't do that. And then the 4th goal, again, lovely counter-attack, people. Lovely counter-attack. It's all, they're just allowing us too much space. It's a lovely counter-attack. And Lacazette eventually puts the ball in the back of the net. I'm not going to lie, I did start to feel sorry for West Brom because it looked like the tempo was dying and they did look resigned to defeat and that they just didn't want to be there. There was a couple of opportunities we could have had more. Shout out to Willian for having his 2nd shot on target in this season. It is what it is, people. My ending thoughts, what can I say? 4 goals, clean sheet, good collective performance, more wins, more form. Can we continue this? Because there's a tough period. I think we managed the game very well. We didn't concede. We managed it well at 1-0. We managed it well at 2-0. We waited for that 3rd goal to come. It did come and we got it. In a positive way, you can't pick a man of the match. For me, it's between Tierney and Saka, but then you've got Smith Rowe and you've got a bunch of other players, people. We're up to 11th. We're now on 23 points. For me, our goal difference is finally positive now. Good way to start 2020. Like I said, bare shots, 21 shots in total, 11 shots in the first half. Is this Arteta's new plan? Waiting for the 3rd goal to come to us. Like I said, I already made point of that. Clearly, I'm just making another reference to that. So that's my ending thoughts, people. Apologies. Let's say 10 to 22 minutes. match. Sorry, people. This is just so I can clip it up because I'm conscious of you lot. You lot can't always watch the whole hour or however long we're here for. Not that we're going to be an hour, but